good. I love coming out and drinking. Always fun. Usually get more applause for the drinking on account of we're at a bar, but alright, whatever. I do. I drink. I drink before I do a set. I drink beer. You know, I drink before I work out. I do, and it's because of something a doctor once told me. You're an alcoholic. How it goes. Drinking, super fun. I just. So I met a girl, right? Super fun, super cool. But then all the memories of the last relationship I was in come popping out. You guys ever been through a wasabi breakup?
No.
No? Do you know what a wasabi breakup is?
No.
It's like the first time trying wasabi, and afterwards you're like, this is too much. But I do this. This is so hard. I hate this. And that's my problem too. Like I break up with girls in the same way that I quit jobs. I just do a terrible job until like, dude, you gotta go. Like, get the fuck out of here. Just go already. I'm like, fair enough. I don't know, dating a new girl, like, when that happens, when the breakup is so bad, have you ever, you know, like with wasabi, like I said, I'll just never try this again. I'll never do it again. And at that point, I swore it off, you know, completely. And I was like, you know what I will do? Cocaine. All right. And I realized cocaine, same thing as like when you're meeting a new person, you know, just reverse. You know, like I clean my house before she comes over. You know, like she has a dog, but I'm not scared of it for different reasons. It's weird. Alright, so like first time I met this girl, right? First meeting, she's like, oh look, here's my little dog. It's one of those little French bulldogs. And I go down to pet the dog, but this dog does this weird thing where it turns around, so somehow, thumb in the butt. First meeting, yeah. What was weird was how the dog reacted. Because he was just like, that French bulldog, like, alright, you know, that smile that they do. Just and before, I was like, well I'm scared of that dog. He seems weird. Before, the dude just had a Rottweiler. I was like, he's gonna bite me. You know? Her dog, I'm like, might molest me, I don't know, who knows? It's super strange. But then I realized like cocaine and a relationship, kind of the same thing, you know, because when it ends, you're like, can I get one more bump before we go? You know, just real quick. I'm trying to do stuff. But then you start dating, and everything's changed. Girls don't drink anymore, they just do cocaine. Nobody's on the Facebook dating. Just the Facebook girls, I guess, are on cocaine. But I don't know how to deal with that, you know? Like, how do you roofie cocaine? I don't know. It's just a And I don't know, I'm worried about getting into a serious relationship after my last serious relationship with cocaine. I don't know. I'm scared of the new stuff, you know? I'm scared of dating. I'm scared of it, you know, like I'm scared she's gonna start asking questions, you know, like I pick her up and she's like, is the gas light gonna be on the whole time? I'm like, lady, this is Albuquerque. The car's stolen, what do you care? And then we'll stop for gas, you know, we'll get out. But she's gonna get out, come with me, because she has separation issues, you know, because if you date a guy that looks like me, I probably got some dad problems, you know? I feel like I look like what girls think their dad looks like when he left. You know, just like, oh yeah, he played for a pack of smokes and not So you know, I'm getting gas, you know, and then one of those little movies pops up at the fucking gas station and it's like, try this recipe. And she's like, oh, that recipe looks really good, you want to try it? But I'm gonna lie and say yes. Not because it's not delicious, but because I put $1.80 in gas. That's a $60 recipe. What the fuck? No. I'm scared of it, you know? Let's say like somehow we get past all of that and we end up back at my place and we're gonna do the thing. And she's like, I like dad bods. And that scares the fuck out of me, you know? Because, well, I just want to be inclusive, you know? Like, I'd rather have a gender neutral bod. You don't know what you're getting until I take it off. Yeah, figure it out, you know? Like, it'll be a fun minute. But then it's been so long, you know, like, I'm a dad, I don't know how to be sexy anymore, you know, so I want to be aggressive and gentle at the same time. but my terms are all fucked up, you know? Like, I've got kids, you know? I'm like, all right, I'll talk dirty. You want to see this pee-pee? I'm like, oh wait, that's not how they say it. I'm not good at this stuff. And then I realized, maybe I should be more afraid of like the signals I put off that kind of seem like, oh, he's a serial killer. Not that I am. But you guys watch a lot of TV shows about serial killers, you know? So I know you guys are like up to snuff on like what the game is, you know? And I realized like, oh, there's no serial killer TV shows for dudes. There isn't. The girls love it. Why? I don't know. It's reality. That's what I'm saying. We need a reality serial killer show for guys, you know, like the same type of horror. Like, they went out on dates, and after the dinner, he didn't murder her, they had sex. And then they were just in a long, unfulfilling relationship, and she stabbed him with keys eventually. It was the worst, you know, and I was like, oh, I'll watch the show. So we ended up hanging out, right? End of the night. And I realized, just in general, not just because of the serial killer stuff or that I look like the creepy guy in the back of the bar, which I always am. It's more that I just need to be more observant, you know, be aware of your surroundings. So we ended up going back to her place, but we're just watching a movie, you know, we're on the floor, she let out some blankets, got some pillows, it's fun. And I like to fidget around, you know we all do. So I got my arms above my head, and I'm messing with something, you know, and it snaps. Oh, I don't even know what this is. You know, it could be a bug, it could be a fucking roach. I'm just touching, I don't even know. And it's just this weird soft thing, and I've got it, you know, between like a cigarette, just kind of messing with it. And I realized maybe I should see what this is, that I, you know. And I look up, and it's the French pit bull, and he's there just like, oh man, fuck yeah, where are you guys at?